Well, good morning. We enjoyed our stay in Ottawa at the Heritage Club, and we are pulling out early again. So we're going to try and make it from Ottawa down to Peoria. And we're a little tired from the locks and the schedules, so we're going to try and maybe spend an extra day in Peoria, get a few boat projects done and get a few provisions and maybe some laundry. But we got about 66 miles today and one lock to get through, and following our buddies on Dreamer, and looking like a beautiful day. The sun is out, sky is clear, so we're happy to get moving.
Missed him flying in, but that's the first sighting of a pelican. Here we go. Coming into the lock. Only lock for today, Starved Rock Lock. The weather could not be better. A little warmer maybe, but it's no wind after yesterday. So we will take this all day.
Gates are closed at the lock, so we can't enter in the near future, so there's no big hurry.
Okay, great, thank you.
We received the best advice from a gold looper on our dock back home just before we left. I will never forget. He looked me right in the eye and said, "The best way to do the loop is your way." That really hit home and has stuck with me since the minute he said it. I think most, if not all, loopers, while planning for their loop, have flipped through the companion guides and waterway guides and/or watched their favorite YouTubers, and we may all be guilty of believing there are predetermined rules or itineraries for the loop. This is 100% not the case. There is no best boat or type of boat. There is no set itinerary or timelines or list of preferred destinations. The Great Loop is simply a group of navigable waterways that form a great loop around the eastern half of the United States. The advice you get here and on other travel blogs and from the many great books about the loop is just that, advice. You can do the loop any way you please. In 2023, Mark Furman completed the loop in a kayak. In 2021, Scott Myers completed the loop over the course of 4 years in 4 segments, but in just 34 days of travel time on a pontoon. We met some loopers on our dock this past summer, 4 lifelong pals who meet up for 2 weeks every year and complete segments of the loop. They have been doing this for years and were finally due to cross their wake this year. We also learned of 2 young ladies who graduated high school in the 1960s, bought a beat-up sailboat for a few $100 and completed the loop that summer after high school. There is no right way to do the loop. The record for completing the loop is about 6 weeks. Others have taken over a decade to do it. You do not need to go 7 knots, or kayak at 2 knots, or zip through at 30 knots. You can experience this epic journey at any pace you please. We set our goal to be back in Michigan in May. That is about 9 months for us. That timeline is one of the many, many reasons we are enjoying traveling with the crew on Motor Yacht Dreamer. They are from Michigan also, and they need to be back home in about the same time frame. 2023 was a unique year on the loop with the lock closures. This created a scenario where all of us free-spirited goofball loopers were forced into groups and held to itineraries. Don't get me wrong, this worked out great and the predetermined dates and locations worked out perfectly. It may have felt a little more restricting to us as we had to hurry up and wait on just our second leg of our loop. If you only remember one thing, please remember, the best way to do the Great Loop is your way. As we pass through the starved rock lock, it is now time to bid farewell to Flotilla 13 and to start to make our own way down the river at our own pace on our own schedule. For us and for our friends on Dreamer, that means one thing. It is time to hammer down.
Well, making our way to Peoria. We're on the Illinois River. Mile marker 205.5. And things are nice. The river has really gotten rural, and we've kind of left a pack of boats behind us, just Dreamer and I got the lead. And we're going through some real nice countryside. The leaves are changing and the sun is out, and I am right now about to turn about 30 degrees to my starboard, and my compass heading says south. I am heading south down the river finally. It feels good. We are making our final approach into Peoria. We're staying at the Ivy Club, the Illinois Valley Yacht Club, and we're behind Dreamer. We let him take the lead to get us in there. We are coming out of Peoria Lake. You can see it behind me, but it was absolutely beautiful. Some of the most incredible cruising I've ever been on. I'm sure there's more to come, but so far it's just been a wonderful day. Heading into Ivy Club, gonna get tied up, let Ollie out, and we are going to stay an extra day there to just sort of unwind and regroup. It's been a vigorous 3 days down the river with the locks and the flotillas. We need a chance to catch up on some projects and some sleep and kind of regroup before we make our way down to Alton. My starboard side, should be good.
Living on a boat full-time, we are learning to quickly adapt to changing situations. This morning is one of those situations. We held out as long as we could, hoping for a cancellation. However, there is no room for us at Ivy Club tonight. We will not be relaxing today as we had hoped. We will instead motor about 4 miles down the river to the Peoria Boat Club.
Peoria Boat Club is a small member-run club. They have been hit hard with shoaling from flooding, wildly varying water levels, and this year there is work being done on the US 24 bridge, and the Corps has dropped the water level even further as they set pilings. Without endless funds for dredging, the silt has built up at the entrance and around their docks. With all of the flotillas coming down the river now, there is limited room at all the marinas, and this is our only option for tonight. So the members guided us into the marina, very specifically to avoid the shoaling at the entrance, and once at the dock, we basically plowed our way into our slip.
We really enjoyed our stay here. The Peoria Boat Club members were incredible hosts. We met up with some of our Flotilla 13 crew for docktails at the clubhouse and took the bikes into town for an excellent dinner at Alexander's Steakhouse.
We are at the Peoria Boat Club, and it reminds me a lot of the Ludington Boat Club back home. It's a small member-run club, and like all small clubs, they're hurting for members. And it's just this set of docks here, not the docks in the background. And I believe anywhere from 8 to 12 members came out to help us dock. And it's just a cool little spot here in Peoria. And we may even stay an extra day just because everybody here is so nice and it's so chill. But Peoria Boat Club, a little tough getting into. The river's down, so we plowed through some silt, but we made it no issues, and I would highly recommend it.